Hello everyone and happy 4th of July. Welcome back to the channel. Today what I have for you guys is a brand new GTA Online video. Of course, Rockstar just released their new GTA Online weekly update today, along with their Independence Day event and celebration that begins today. We have all new money bonuses, big discounts, some free vehicles, a claimable salvage yard vehicle, and lots of festive rewards for this 4th of July here in 2024 in GTA Online. As you can see, we got one of the amazing Patriot liveries on the MOC. We got a cool special livery on the Coquette D10. I'm going to showcase to you guys how you can get it a little bit later, along with a lot of cool clothing unlocks, different customization options and cosmetics like weapon liveries, things like that. Some 4th of July vehicles. None of this stuff is really that new. If you've been playing the game, then you probably have all this stuff already. But for the new players out there who are kind of just joining the ranks of GTA Online, either with the DLC or even just before that, well, there's a lot of stuff for you to check out that's limited time only. It's going to be 50% off, and you absolutely want to check it out this week to at least unlock it so you have it for the rest of your time playing this game until GTA 6 comes out and you move on over to that game. So with that being said, we're going to jump into everything. There's lots of different rewards, items. I'm going to showcase to you everything in this video. And with that being said, super excited to jump in. And let's get started. As you can see right there, I just unlocked the fireworks bucket hat, the stars and stripes bucket hat, as well as the Lady Liberty bucket hat. Those are, of course, some of our 4th of July rewards. I'm going to be checking out all of the 4th of July clothing for the Independence Day event, the hairstyles, things like that. But first, let's jump in here and showcase the new DLC vehicle. We should just start with that. I mean, I guess it's not too impressive because it was technically already in the game with the release of the Bottom Dollar Bounties DLC update. But if you didn't have GTA Plus, you didn't really have an opportunity to obtain this vehicle unless you had someone to sell it to you at the LS car meet. But nonetheless, it is the Overflod Pipistrello. This is an EV supercar in this game, and I've heard mixed reviews on it from players, but nonetheless, we are going to be buying it right here. I guess I'll just get it in the yellow paint job, and then I will customize this, and then I will showcase it to you guys of kind of what it looks like, max customization a little bit later on. So there we go, that one's purchased right there. And this is the customization I've gone with. I'll be honest, I don't know how I feel about this car in terms of the customization. I think I could do a lot better of a job if I took a little bit more time, but I basically just went with the black primary paint job, black secondary, and then I did the Itachi livery, so the last one. You know, I'm not a livery guy when it comes to vehicles unless it's like a small racing stripe on like an older Mustang or something like that. But when it comes to this car, I feel like it actually kind of works. So let's just try out the performance. And this thing is fully upgraded right now. I've heard mixed reviews of this car, but we're just going to try. Wow, it is fast when it is fully upgraded. Does it handle well though? It's bigger than the Virtue. It's definitely not faster than the Virtue, but I will say, you know, I mean, it does stick to the road. I'm just not used to the PS5 controller too, so if I do crash, it honestly may just be due to that. But honestly, this doesn't feel like a terrible car. I've heard mixed reviews from players on like, you know, it's not quick enough, it doesn't handle well enough. The unfortunate thing is it's just an EV. I want some nice exhaust notes. This is honestly a hot looking car. You know, when it comes to spoilers too, I would never put this kind of spoiler on a vehicle, but it looks honestly really good when it comes to this car, I think. In my opinion, I just wish I had some nice exhaust notes with this car. Is it worth the $3 million? Probably not. I mean, if you're gonna go with an electric supercar, I might as well just go with the Virtue because it is a Monty Tech. It can tank 12 homing rockets, RPGs, things like that. At the salvage yard this week, of course, you could take advantage of your 3 salvage yard robberies like you can every single week. These are active until July the 10th. And so let's start off with the claimable Karin Boor. This is going to be featured in the podium robbery. This is going to come with the Liberty City vanity plate. It's your standard range vehicle this week, unfortunately. So it's like the lowest value vehicle that's available this week. Of course, you could see both the mid-range and the top range are actually selling for quite a decent amount of money. But the Karin Boor is your claimable vehicle for this week, so we're going to showcase that. The Buffalo STX comes in the Gangbanger robbery when you want to steal it, and then the Invatera Coquette D10 top range vehicle, you could steal this during the McTony robbery. And then when it comes to this week's claimable vehicle at the salvage yard, ladies and gentlemen, this is the vehicle that you guys saw on the computer. It is the Karin Boor. I'm not really going to customize it in this video. You can off-road in it. You get no ground clearance. It's honestly kind of quick with the turbo and transmission upgrades and engine upgrades and all that. Traction's not that great on the road, but of course off-road tires, using it on road, you get more grip in this game, funny enough. And of course it does perform decently well as like a rally car if you want it to be that. You know, it's got the stiff suspension, things like that, so it's not a rally car. But nonetheless, this is the claimable vehicle this week. The Buffalo STX should have been it, but nonetheless, this is what it is if you guys want to do the podium robbery. Just don't forget, I mean, this isn't actually it because I didn't do the robbery, but you do get the Liberty City license plate, so that's kind of nice. That's why I would actually claim it this week, because of that beautiful license plate you're going to end up getting on this vehicle. All right, now for one of this week's big discounts, we do actually have the Mobile Operations Center, which is going to be 30% off. But not only that, all of the MOC upgrades and modifications are 30% off this week. So as you can see, we are inside my MOC right now. If you would like to purchase this, you are going to need to shell out a little bit of cash, but there are a few advantages to owning an MOC and actually using it in game. First of all, we do have triple money on the MOC missions, so if you do want to get involved with these, that's actually going to be pretty decent for you to make some money this week. The only unfortunate thing about starting these MOC missions is you need at least 2 players to start these. This is not solo content. Rockstar should make it solo friendly content, but as you can see right now, if you have friends to play with, you have 6 missions. They're offering triple money and triple RP this week. So again, if you can, you know, find some randoms in a free roam lobby, or you have friends to play with, you could do these MOC missions. And when you do these, you get the triple money with the bonus this week. But not only that, you also get some research progress towards your bunker to unlock all those different upgrades and get discounts and trade prices and things like this. So there's a lot of good advantages to taking part in these missions. I haven't done any on the PlayStation at all. I have absolutely 0 progress with these. As you can see, these 4 aren't even unlocked, but they are quite fun if you do actually get a chance to play them. I've never showcased this content here on the channel. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to see a video on it this week. But like I was saying earlier, with the discounts, 30% off the MOC as well as all upgrades and modifications. To take advantage of this, you head to Warstock, you find your Mobile Operations Center right here. To renovate it, you could see it's going to be a cost of $80,500 instead of $115,000 because it is 30% off. You can customize the cab. You can either choose between the Phantom Custom or the Hauler Custom. The advantage of, and also just a little side note here, you can unhook the MOC trailer from your Phantom or Hauler Custom and drive around the map. If you do that, specifically with the Phantom, I'm not sure if it happens with the Hauler Custom as well. I know it happens with the Phantom Custom. You don't have like a service vehicle minimap icon. It's just going to look like your standard player blip driving around the map. So if you either want to confuse players in PvP or something like that, you could drive around the map with just the truck cab and you will be good to go. You won't look like you're in a service vehicle or anything like that. And of course, as you guys know, the MOC can tank a ridiculous amount of homing rockets. I just wanted to confirm, it can tank 68 homing missiles or 22 RPGs before this thing blows up. This is with or without the trailer, so that is quite incredible right there. And then you could choose between 3 modification bays as well. You can either do an individual customization for each bay, or you can go with a double one, kind of like I have. So in bay 1, you could choose between the command center and the living quarters. If you want to use this as a spawn point, you can also go with the weapon and vehicle workshop like I have, or just have an empty bay or living quarters, or just a single weapon workshop. And then for bay 3, you could probably guess it right now, you can also go with a weapon or a vehicle workshop basically in the back. But if you go with the double, it's going to take up both bay 2 and bay 3 here. So that's how I have it set up. And then in the front, you know, you could go with either one. Command center if you want to use that, or of course the living quarters. I don't think it really matters. I don't really need a living quarters in my MOC, but if you guys want one, go for it. Now don't forget, at your bunker, I should mention here, if you customize your MOC trailer, you can apply all of the Independence Day liveries. So we have Stars and Stripes, Eagle Claw flag, as well as Fighting Freedom. So that's going to be the one I go with for the sake of this video, and then I will respray the primary here and I'll put on my crew color, actually the secondary, and I can get that nice bright red applied here as well. And also in addition to that, I probably should have showcased it to you when I was talking about the Coquette D10 livery, but if you go to the wheel section and the tires of any vehicle, you can actually apply the Patriot tire smoke as well. $15,000, normally $30,000, but it is going to be 50% off this week. And you can get the Patriot tire smoke here, the special Independence Day tire smoke here, for 50% off this week as well. Available on Warstock that you guys can see right here, it is the Liberator monster truck featured in the Independence Day update. Of course, for longtime players of GTA, this comes back every year for the 4th of July event here in GTA Online. It's going to cost you $371,007 this week instead of $742,014, because as Rockstar says in their weekly event newswire for GTA Online for this 4th of July event, all Independence Day themed vehicles, which would be, of course, the Liberator, and items are going to be 50% off. So we're going to showcase some of these, but this is definitely one you want to pick up this week. It is part of the Independence Day special that came out in July of 2014, and it is the Liberator monster truck. So we are going to buy it right now. I can't believe I actually don't own it on PlayStation, so let's just buy it right here. The other 50% off 4th of July vehicle you should definitely take advantage of is the Western Sovereign in this game. Normally it has a retail price of $120,000, but it is $60,000 during this weekly event right here. Yet another one we are going to purchase here off of Southern San Andreas Super Autos. It is basically like the police motorcycle from the story mode, but of course you have the American flag paint job and livery applied. It's a super cool motorcycle. It's not very fast. It doesn't handle that great. It's certainly not like a top 5 motorbike or sport bike in the game. Clearly, you know, the Batty's going to be better. You have on Legendary Motorsport, you have the Nagasaki Shinobi, things like that. All those vehicles are going to be better, but nonetheless, the Western Sovereign is pretty cool. And for it being the 4th of July, if you're in the US, this is definitely something you got to drive around at least for a little bit, right? So let's buy that right now. With that being said, once again, I can't believe I don't actually have this on PlayStation, but let's throw it at our Hawick Clubhouse. So now let's showcase the 2 4th of July vehicles. If you're like brand new to the game and you're picking up the Liberator and you have no idea how it works, it is going to be a Pegasus vehicle, so you're going to need to call them on your cell phone. You need to request the Liberator, then it's going to spawn somewhere on the map, and then you pick it up and then you can drive around with it. So this is like a fun monster truck. It is going to be a little bit faster and better handling than the Marshall, but again, it's a monster truck at the end of the day, and the physics in this game for monster trucks are not that great. Like, it should be a little bit more bouncy. I feel like it's a little bit too stiff sometimes. Nonetheless, it does have like a little bit of axle and suspension travel, but realistically, when it comes to how our monster truck should be, it should climb up on like every single car, and it feels like you more just smash into the cars than like just ride up over them and crush them, you know? It is like normal arcadey GTA physics at the end of the day, but it is a fun monster truck to drive around. I love the American flags hanging up off the back, and I love the actual body of this monster truck compared to the Marshall. The Marshall reminds me more, like, just to compare it to a vehicle this week, like the Karin, Boor, you know, something like that, whereas the Liberator, of course, it's more like, you know, a Ford Excursion or older F-350 with a bed cap or something like that. It's a cool looking monster truck. I love driving it around. And of course, once again, for the 4th of July event, you gotta at least spend a little bit of time in your Liberator, right? So now with that being said, I will showcase to you guys the American flag Independence Day Western Sovereign here in GTA Online as well. Now, of course, we will showcase this bike. We'll just drive around. You can kind of see, you know, it's not gonna be that incredible of a bike. It's actually like decently fast in a straight line, and it's not the worst at handling. You know, it doesn't have a super wide turning radius, but of course, you know, like I said, it's not a super bike, it's not a sport bike, but it is a fun little vehicle to drive around. Maybe you could do a couple MC sales in this during a double money event week if like we get one of those soon enough, or just drive it around today, of course, for the 4th of July. But I do like these 4th of July themed vehicles. I wish we kind of got some new ones, you know, or maybe some new liveries for other cars, things like that. I know that Rockstar's added different stuff aside from all the content we got basically a decade ago in the Independence Day special update, but I do wish we got kind of even more than we had, right? So this is the Western Sovereign right here. Ride around Los Santos with a little patriotism this week in GTA Online. Also, don't forget about the little secret Independence Day livery you can get for the Coquette D10, which is, of course, one of the salvage yard vehicles this week. Not that you can claim it or anything. You will need to buy this vehicle yourself, but you can apply this livery. It's not going to be on discount because it's not, like, classified as an official Independence Day item, but I don't think a lot of players know about the fact that you can get this really cool livery for the Coquette D10. Whether you want to customize your car in this way, that's up to you. I just figured I'd do it for the sake of this video and showcase to you guys that, because honestly, the Coquette D10 is a pretty cool looking Corvette in this game, and of course, with some customization you can apply to it, you can make it look absolutely incredible in my opinion. Now let's showcase some of the Independence Day and 4th of July clothing content that we can get in this game. If you would like to this week, just head on over to any clothing store. You can go to the top and pants section and find them, or just go to the counter at checkout at Ponsonby's, or of course Suburban or any other clothing store. Head to the Independence Day outfit section and you can get the following outfits. So we have the Stars outfit for $4,047. You can also get the Spangled outfit for $39.75. You can get the Stripes outfit for $3,131. You can get the Old Glory for $896, as well as the Soaring Eagle for $1,409. I might as well just use the Stars one for the rest of this video, but that is some of the clothing that you can get throughout the course of this weekly event. Not that expensive either for these. When it comes to some of those hats that you can unlock that you just get as a reward for logging into the game, when you just log in, you should get them deposited into your account like you saw I did at the beginning of today's video, but you can also head to the hat section of Suburban or any other clothing store, go to the seasonal hat section, and you have the Lady Liberty bucket hat that you can see right here, the Stars and Stripes bucket hat, as well as the Fireworks bucket hat. And if you do want to switch up some of your Independence Day outfit choices and you want some new glasses, you can rock either the Star Frame shades, which I have applied right now, or of course you can go with the Star Spangled shades. So you have both of these choices in the casual glasses section when you go and visit the actual glasses of a clothing store here in GTA Online. If you also come to any barber shop in GTA Online, you could take advantage of the Independence Day face paint as well as the mullet hairstyle. Both of these are items that as long as you purchase once, you'll have forever. So you want to make sure, even if you're not interested in rocking it, you might as well basically like claim the item. It's not free or anything like that, but it is going to be 50% off because it is going to be one of those 4th of July items that is 50% off throughout the course of the event week, like Rockstar says, but you might as well claim it once just so you have it. So you come to the face paints and you go to the Stars and Stripes face paint. It's going to cost you $12,500. Just buy it once so you actually have it. You can apply it to your character, and whether you want to actually keep it for the rest of this event week or not, at least you have it right now. And then, like I said, you can also take advantage of the mullet. So the Stars and Stripes face paint is number 14 on the face paint selection. Now we'll go to hairstyles and I'll showcase to you guys the mullet. And here's the mullet right here. If you want to rock it, you could look absolutely crazy. Honestly, the dollar store Nico Bellic character creation with the mullet doesn't look terrible. I probably want to take off the face paint to see it further, but that is the mullet that you can rock here in this game. I don't even know what kind of mullet this is. This isn't even like the Joe Dirt mullet or anything like that. I certainly have never grown a mullet like this, but you know what? Maybe I should. At Ammunition, you can get the Musket for 50% off this week, and you can get any of the cool customization applied to it. You should be able to get the American flag Patriot livery on here as well, but unfortunately, you can't. At any weapon workshop in the game, don't forget about the Patriotic weapon livery that you can get on multiple weapons here in the game this week. Those are going to be 50% off as well. With all that being said, though, we're going to wrap things up right here. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Hopefully you guys did go on to enjoy, and if you did, hopefully I earned your like on it. And of course, if you guys are new to my channel and you want to stay up to date with all the best GTA Online and Rockstar Games content, then please consider hitting that subscribe button. Also, check me out over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. I live stream GTA and Red Dead quite frequently. I'm taking a little bit of a break right now because I'm waiting on my new PC, but nonetheless, I will be back to grinding some live streams over on twitch.tv as well, so make sure you follow me over on there, as well as Instagram and Twitter. With that being said, again, happy 4th of July, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. Make sure to drink lots of water if you're drinking. Be safe, and I will see you guys in the next GTA Online video. Adios, amigos.